St Mary's SMT were first made aware of GIRFEC and its implications on March the 15th, 2014. Fiona Wayne, the GIRFEC project officer, met with us and offered support in changing policy and putting plans into place. The Children and Young People Scotland Bill was introduced to Parliament in April 2013. It covers a wide range of provisions which seek to improve support services for children and young people. It is a significant piece of legislation for everyone who works in the children's sector and affects us at St Mary's, with our sectors being education, early learning and childcare. The Children and Young People Bill became law on Thursday the 27th of March 2014. The Act takes forward the Getting It Right for Every Child, or GIRFEC, approach, which provides children and young people from birth to 18 years old with a named person. This person will act as the key central point of contact when considering the well-being of a child. They will also oversee the provision of a single child's plan for those who need one, to ensure services are coordinated where necessary and to help and support a child or young person. The provisions include all children and young people from birth to 18 having access to a named person, putting in place a single planning process to support those children who require it, placing a definition of well-being in legislation, placing duties on public bodies to coordinate the planning, design and delivery of services for children and young people with a focus on improving well-being and to report collectively on how they are improving these outcomes. Within the Scottish borders, a phased approach to the implementation of GIRFEC provisions of the Act has been taken. The Act has to be fully embedded by the summer of 2016. The word well-being is at the heart of GIRFEC. The approach uses 8 areas of well-being in which children and young people need to progress in order to do well now and in the future. These 8 areas are set in the context of the 4 capacities, which are at the heart of the Curriculum for Excellence. The 8 indicators of well-being are recognised by the mnemonic SHANARI: safe, healthy, active, nurtured, achieving, responsible, respected and included. These are the basic requirements for all children and young people to grow, develop and reach their full potential. They are displayed on a well-being wheel. The well-being indicators are used to record observations, events and concerns and are an aid in putting together a child's plan. The My World Triangle and the Resilience Matrix are used to gather, structure and help with assessing and analysing information. The named person. As mentioned, the GIRFEC approach includes having a named person assigned to every child from birth until their 18th birthday or longer if still at school. At St Mary's, the headmaster is the named person for Form 3 to 8 and I, Fiona Bell, the deputy head, am the named person for the pre-prep reception to Form 2. I take over this responsibility from the child's health visitor the day the child starts formal schooling at St Mary's. When a child leaves St Mary's, their named person will become someone at their next school. In most cases, the named person will not have to do anything more than they normally do in the course of their day-to-day work. The major difference will be that we use the national practice model as a starting point whenever we have a particular concern about a child. Most children get all help and support they need from their families, teachers, health practitioners and wider communities. The named person does not change these roles. However, if a family needs extra help, this is where the named person steps in. This person is known to the child and thus there is a single point of contact who can work with the family and help them sort out any further help, support and advice if they need it. Once a concern has been brought to their attention, the named person needs to take action. Help, or arrange for the right type of help in order to promote, support guard and safeguard the child's development and well-being. Referring to the 8 well-being indicators, the named person needs to ask these 5 questions. 1. What is getting in the way of the child's well-being? 2. Do I have all the information I need to help this child? 3. What can I do now to help this child? 4. What can my agency, the school, do to help this child? 5. What additional help, if any, may be needed from others? As named persons, the headmaster and I also need to help children and their families feel confident that they can raise concerns and talk about their worries to people who will listen and respect their point of view and work with them to sort things out. Above all, we must ensure that the child's views are listened to and that the family, where appropriate, is kept informed. Should we at St Mary's need to work with another agency, then a lead professional will be called upon to coordinate the help. The lead professional may be the named person, or it may be a professional from another agency. This is case dependent. It is the lead professional who, amongst other things, ensures that the child's plan is implemented and reviewed and that it is always accurate and up to date. Information sharing between agencies has recently changed. The Children and Young People Act, Scotland, makes specific provision in respect of information sharing to support better outcomes for children and young people. When there are genuine concerns about a child's well-being, the Data Protection 1998 Act promotes lawful and proportionate information sharing, while also protecting the right of the individual to have their personal information fairly processed. The Information Commissioner's Office, March 2013, advised that if there is any doubt about the well-being of the child and the decision is to share, the Data Protection Act should not be viewed as a barrier to proportionate sharing. St Mary's and GIRFEC. What have we done? Where are we now? I, Fiona Bell, the Deputy Head, prepared an information booklet for staff in September 2014. You as governors received a copy of this booklet in May 2015. We had a whole staff inset on GIRFEC led by Fiona Wayne, the Project Officer, in September 2014. We as a staff are aware that the commencement date for the GIRFEC provisions is the 1st of August 2016. We have 2 named persons, the headmaster, Mr Liam Harvey, for the prep school, and me, Mrs Fiona Bell, the Deputy Head, for the pre-prep. I have met with Beauty Carrera, the Melrose Health Visitor, in May 2015. I was informed that all our reception class starters for August 2015 are core. There are no concerns from Scottish Borders Council about our potential pupils. I have begun the initial paperwork. Fiona Wayne met with Mrs Penny Hardy to discuss the child's plan and single agency reports. We were advised at this time about the sending of confidential information in emails. Ms Kirsty McRae emailed all staff on the 26th of February 2015 explaining how to password protect sensitive documents which we send via email. Mrs Penny Hardy, Ms Kirsty McRae and I attended a Scottish Borders Council inset on getting information sharing right in practice. The headmaster attended a Child Protection Coordinators Conference organised by SCIS and led by Dr Sue Hamilton, the Child Protection Consultant and author of the SCIS Child Protection Guidance in January 2015. Our child protection policy was updated in March 2015 and is in line with GIRFEC recommendations. The policy was approved by Rosemary Robertson from the Scottish Borders Council Child Protection Unit. All staff have a copy of this child protection policy. We have initiated a new system for form tutors known as the Yellow File. All circle time issues are recorded and added to this. We have a GIRFEC chronology sheet on which to record significant events in our pupils' lives. A checklist of what constitutes a significant event is included in the file. Examples of these documents are also included in the St Mary's GIRFEC policy. This was written in June 2015. Our personal health and social education policy has been fully updated by Mrs Penny Hardy. It reflects the Shinari indicators and is used across the school. We recently updated our pupil self-assessment documents to include the Shinari indicators with an image of the pupil at the centre of the wellbeing wheel. We are looking for an indication that pupils grade themselves at a satisfactory level in these categories. If concerns arise, we will address these appropriately. All pupils know what GIRFEC and Shinari stand for, and teachers have fed back positively regarding their work with the children on this. In March, the headmaster wrote to parents about these changes in pupil self-assessment. Examples are available in the Parents Protected area of the website. Kirsty McRae, Penny Hardy and I have written a separate GIRFEC policy document which will be uploaded to the Parents Protected area of the school website. We plan to put out a pupil questionnaire based on the Shinari indicators and statements relating to these in the Michaelmas term of 2015.